mawinjore. Abia an wawe kanyo, kawacha mang'eny mokalo kanyo, jivo lwaro kode radio no rengo. Orengo. Pile ka pile no rengo. Ta no rengo mawacho ni, I was an advisor to Jaramogi, I was an advisor to Raila, and I've seen all these governments. So for ODM, let us listen to what Nyerere said. Tanzania inataka mabadiliko. Na kama Watanzania hawakubali, kama Watanzania hawezi kupata mabadiliko ndani ya CCM, wataipata nje ya CCM. So we must make ODM the party of the people, by the people, for the people. Awacho kutoka wacho. Joey. Nyako ni naja siasa moya gone Joey. Wagoye Joey keno motegno. Joey. Koro giluoro te akwayo party leader marwa. Gen Z marwa. Dr. Oburu Odinga, karibu sana.
Tuketi. Tukae. Asante. Your Excellencies, the governors who are here, our brother Kalonzo Musyoka and Eugene Wamalwa, and our party leaders who are here, Nyawangaya, the chair of the party, and deputy party leaders, Ososi, and the governor, my friend and supporter and deputy leader of Mombasa, the son of my friend, Nasir. Karibu sana wananchi wote ambao wamekuja hapa kuomboleza na sisi. We are mourning two great people within 1 month. I am mourning my brother, the late Raila Odinga, with whom I grew up as twins. The difference between me and Raila in age was only 1 year and 2 months. That is your age mate. This lady we are burying here, I babysitted her. I carried her on my laps when she was born. She was a very buoyant baby, and I always used to know when she wants to cry. When she wants to cry, she just stretches her legs a little, and the legs do something like a noise, pop, and she starts crying. And she grew up under little privilege. My sister here, Wenwa, with whom they grew as twins, they grew up together. They were very lucky to see the vice presidency of Jaramogi Odinga. Me and Raila, we never experienced it. We were out of the country. So that is why they grew up in that privilege, and they were treating themselves a little bit as royals. Us, We grew up when Jaramogi was a businessman, but was working very hard to bring the community of the Luo together. He started what was called Luo Union in 1952, and he also established a company in 1947 called Luo Thrift and Trading Corporation. He was teaching the Luos how to save and trade. You borrow, you save, you borrow, you trade, and you repay. That was Jaramogi's philosophy, that you had to grow by doing business. So Jaramogi was a businessman, even though later he was crowned and given some other titles as communist. Jaramogi Odinga did not know anything about communism. He just went there and met some Chinese in Japan, and they went to China. And he found the communal way of the Chinese interesting because it was looking like the African way of living. That is extended African relationships. That is why he liked the way they were doing their business there, but he was never a communist. Jaramogi liked business. And you know, you don't trade if you are not capital, you don't have capital. So you have to have capital. And therefore you are called a capitalist. Now, I don't want to go into that. This, my sister here, was so kind, and you could see, if you saw the number of people who came here to sing the songs in that language of Zimbabwe, on the platform here, all those people were brought up by this lady you are seeing here. All those people were brought up by her. So she was a very, very great lady. She brought up so many members of our family, including my own son, Jaoko, who is not here today, was her baby. She took her from me when I was in Mombasa. She educated her up to Form 4. Then she took her to higher school, and then he came and we sent him to Canada to study. So that was Beryl's child. And unfortunately, he could not be here with us today. I don't want to talk a lot of other things today. I'm so grateful that Kalonzo, Beryl's classmate, was able to make it with Eugene Wamalwa. Wamalwas, our great friends, where they were together teaching. The late Wamalwa was teaching with Raila at the university, and they became friends. And it is Raila who proposed him to be the vice chair of the party of Jaramogi, the Ford Kenya. It's Raila who proposed him at the stadium. I was there. I was a civil servant, but I attended the elections. I attended the elections of Ford Kenya, and that day, nobody knew Wamalwa much, but Raila stood up and said, I know this man, he can be a good second vice to Paul Muite. So we have a long history with the Wamalwa family, and I don't want to speak politics today because this is not a platform for politics. For us as the Odingas, we are deeply hurt. We are deeply hurt, and we really will miss our sister, Beryl. I don't want to say a lot, because if I start talking about Beryl, I can say a lot. I've told you that I'm the one who maybe said her name, her real names, some of you don't know. Her real names are Okumu. Okumu was a great friend of Jaramogi from Sakwa here, Wayende, he was called Okumuwon Wahanda. So Jaramogi used to call Achieng Handi, and that was in the honor of Okumuwon Wahanda, and he used to call Okumu Handi. So Achieng was known as Handi. But then, as I conclude my speech, I want to call for unity of our party. I also want to say that there is no vacuum. Raila left a very big shoes, but I have been given that shoes. I'm sitting there. Honorable Sosi, don't say that you are going to sit down to arrange. What are you going to arrange again? I ask our people, please let us stand with our party ODM, and let us not accept to be divided in any case. Let us be united, let us be together, and I wish everybody who came here safe journey back to their places of where they came from, and I want to thank them sincerely for coming to mourn with us, to send off our sister, and I want